Welcome to the next episode. Actually, it's number 9 of the podcast From Stress to Success Blueprint. And I'm your host, Lolita Guarin. And today I want to talk about what to do when you have way too much to do. I hear all the time my clients come to me, they say, I'm so burnt out, stressed out, but, and I tell them, like, okay, well, take a minute to break. And they tell me, no, you don't understand. I don't have time for this. I have way too much to do. Yes, that's the point of being a burnout when you're doing way too much that you cannot really handle it. And then you do not do anything that helps you to replenish your energy. So let's talk about what to do when you have too much to do. And, we're talking about fundamentals really of stress management. And I'm sure what I'm about to say, you will tell me, yeah, I already know this. Tell me something new. But are you really doing this? And are you doing it the right way? So, to-do lists. Yes. I think it's very important for your brain to know how much you need to do today, or this week, or this month, or the whole 5 years or 10 or 20 years ahead. Because when you know what you expect, you stress less. When you prepare yourself for what's going to happen, you stress less. So when you put everything on the paper, let's say what you need to do today or your plan ahead, you feel calmer. And I really want to know, do you have a to-do list? How often do you use it? So leave me a comment below and after this video if you're watching on YouTube and tell me, how well are you and, how comfortable are you with your to-do list? Okay, now, what is a to-do list? When you write it down, everything that you need to do. Now, there are some days that I am so happy to do more that I am just putting everything on my list, even things like go to the store and have lunch. I found it funny that I need to put have lunch, but there are some days that I'm so super busy that I don't even have time to do lunch, right? But when you have a to-do list, it's extremely important not only put all those things on your list, but also identify what is it you really need to do today. There are lots of things that we, you know, uh, especially if we are overachievers, we think we're gonna do it all. We're gonna do it all. We're gonna do it today, or maybe in this week. But then, something happens. Somebody needs us. We need to go somewhere. We need to help somebody, or well, life happens. So it's important to identify right from the beginning what is the most important things on that list that you really, really, really need to do today. And then identify by that item, do you need to do today? Like we could say A, or you can put number one, like this is the priority. And those, those that you don't have to do today, but maybe you can do it tomorrow. Um, you put letter B or number two and identify the at least three things that are the top priority for that day. And then the key is to do them first. And even if you don't like them, you don't want them, like let's say you need to call a client or you need to go, I don't know, talk with a teacher of your child and you really don't want to do this. If you do this first thing in the morning, then you stop thinking about it, meaning you stop stressing about it, what's going to happen. And that does not really, uses your energy. That's how you become burnout when you're spending too much energy on things. So when you identify your that you need to go to first items and then you did them, then you can start with items B and the number two and then so on and so forth. I think it's extremely important also to give yourself um a reward when you finish doing some task that maybe you really didn't want to do, like let's say going and talking with your child's teacher. um, Give yourself a reward, but something that's could be healthy and inspirational, something that you love doing it, could be a cup of coffee, could be just sitting and doing nothing if you're very busy. And also give yourself rewards for big accomplishments, like, okay, you finished a week, or you finish a very big task, or 5 years anniversary, whatever that is. Um, but it's extremely important to realize how much energy you already put in there and how far you already went. Because here's the question, do you celebrate your wins? Because you see, if you grew up in the environment where your wins were really not important, you may totally overlook this. And if you are overachiever, You may think like, well, one item on the list, that doesn't mean anything. I'm not gonna give myself a reward. What's going to be then? I'm gonna be like rewarding myself every week. Yes, yes, please do. Even every day. If you don't celebrate yourself, then what's the point? Then you keep on going and you're burning yourself and you do never feel like you arrived there. That's that burnout, when you're running towards the horizon and it never ends. The trip never ends. You have to arrive at some point, right? So think about, things. What would be a great reward for you? And it doesn't have to be monetary, it doesn't have to be a vacation. Or it could be if you want to. You have to identify those. Here's another thing. If you have a to-do list and you did not accomplish today what you wanted to do, give yourself a slack, okay? It's fine. Just that you have a to-do list, it's already amazing because a lot of people don't even have it. So you're already kind of halfway there. And if you did at least 80% of that list, 80, only 80, consider yourself a success. Yes, when I read the research saying that 80% is already amazing and you should count this as you arrived there, my day got, much easier because I was like, oh, you mean I don't have to do the whole list? And remember how I was telling you that, I have to have lunch, go to the store and things like that. Um, if you have a day that it is, the tasks on your list are just difficult to do, or they take so much time, or you don't want to do it, or um, I recommend you to put something very easy on that to-do list, like having lunch and taking a nap and things like this, because you need to have easy wins. You do need to celebrate yourself for something that you did, because when you do those things, then you have trust in yourself that you can actually accomplish, and then you prepare yourself for more confidence or for more self-esteem, and it can just get easier. And that's how you get successful at things that you do, because you have faith that you can arrive there. And also, it's extremely important when you arrive there, you actually celebrate that. Yes. So I'm inviting you now to think, um, what are you going to give today that you'll celebrate? What are the celebration things, about yourself that you admire? Oh, you know what? I think that's a great theme for the next episode. Yeah, so leave me a comment below. Like I said, do you use to-do lists and do you give yourself rewards? And I hope you do. And see you tomorrow.